Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Faith Vailoces-No.
You're watching
Silliman.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine show that talks about different aspects of Silliman University, a program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. You are watching #Silliman. Hello there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Daghang salamat for joining us tonight. And of course, as you join us, I'm praying and wishing that you are in your excellent state of health. And today is already, diba, part of our celebration as a Christian community, recognizing Christ as our Savior. And of course, we say that one of the greatest gifts that we could have is a good health. And here in Silliman University, that's one of our missions, diba, to give preparations to our students to be servants in that field. And one of that fields is actually the pharmacy, diba? The pharmacy field. And we have invited tonight our friends from the pharmacy department to tell us their stories. So allow me to introduce our guest for tonight. A second-year pharmacy student. We have Criezl, Orvy, Paez. Criezl, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
And of course, we also have one of the instructors from the pharmacy department. We have Miss Criezl Bajado. Ms. Criezl, welcome to the show.
Yes, good evening, sir.
So first question, required ba sa pharmacy department na dapat fresh and beautiful? Requirement ba yun? Or natural lang? Woke up like this.
We try.
We try.
Pang-cover sa stress, sir.
Yes. Grace under pressure.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to begin our conversation with common misconceptions of being a pharmacist or a practitioner of in pharmacy. Ano ba yung mga common misconceptions? Because I would hear na pharmacist ka, tigbaligyag tambal.
Yeah, actually.
But of course, that's also part of the job,
Yes,
no? But are there any other misconceptions that you commonly hear? And let's address them.
So, given that I'm already a pharmacist, so yeah, the misconception like the pharmacist just dispense the medication. In reality, we just don't really dispense the medication. We use our drug knowledge. We counsel the patient. We don't just give the medication. We try to talk to the patient, interact with them, and ask them, what is this for? This is the correct way of doing it. And we offer this what we call medication reconciliation.
Ay, may ganun
Yes,
pala.
reconciliation.
Reconciliation.
Wherein there are times that in pharmacy, there are cases of polypharmacy, wherein our patients would go to different doctors, diba? The same condition. So of course, the doctors would give them the same food nga medication. So the patient could probably take up to 17. But in reality, what they need only is the 10. Probably there are 2 medications there that is the same drug component, and it's really dangerous for them to do that. So they could go to a pharmacist, to a trusted one, and they will be informed that they should not. We recommend not tell them directly because we have to be diplomatic with our doctors because we work with doctors as well.
So that's a very beautiful part, of being a pharmacist. Now, let's go here to Criezl. What's the story behind the decision of becoming a pharmacy student? Usually, the stories would be there is a pharmacist in the family, or I don't know.
For me, sir, I want something that has broad range of career options, sir. So pharmacy touches like a lot. There's there's a lot of options. So we could go into business, we can work in hospitals, in community pharmacies, and in academe, and research and manufacturing.
Yeah.
So it's just that I want to give myself the chance to choose options and para like at least dili ko maboard og isa ka
Yeah.
field and like I could jump to
Actually,
another.
You want to
ana.
strategically position yourself with a degree that could be flexible for you in the
Yes.
future.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's actually very interesting.
Yes.
Now, I'm pretty sure so many audience, no, televiewers right now are very curious about the component of the curriculum of a BS pharmacy program. So please walk us through, Criezl, from first year, second year, third year, and fourth year. What happens in that journey, in that 4-year journey? 4 years, no? Tama ba?
4 years.
Yes.
So, I was included in the new curriculum. So, 3 years for the academics, then 1 year for the internship. So, parang congested na yung mga subjects.
So
ba?
first year,
first
of course,
year,
you have the GE.
yeah, we have the GE and at least how many majors? 4?
4.
4?
For
Four.
the first sem.
4 is the first sem, then another second sem, more on mga chemistry subject. Because in
Chemistry.
pharmacy, the heart of pharmacy is chemistry. Yeah. Then after that, second year, still chemistry na naman, biochem, and alongside with those mga major subject for related to our profession na. So, and with that, though yeah, chem subject siya, pero it should be taught with a pharmacist, like pharmaceutical
Chemistry.
pharmaceutical chemistry, and then sa third year, more on, let's just say, more on ethics, toxicology as well. So, then sa third year, they have to finish their thesis na. And so, fourth year is their internship. For the internship, it was said a while ago that there are different fields. So they have to intern in a hospital, in a manufacturing company, and community, and as well as regulatory, public health, and institutional as well. So our students was able to, for now, we have connections in hospital pharmacy in Makati Med, in ACE Doctors, and it was a 1-year internship, and they are very swerte sa ilang batch because during I was part of the pandemic.
Oh, yun.
Yun. And it was very difficult. Kaya we had to do our internship online. And I only got a face-to-face one in hospital in SUMC. So they're very swerte.
So we have to, you have to maximize your experience.
Maximize
kumbaga,
experience.
No? So now, Excel, you are second year.
Second
So
year, sir.
can you describe to us in the most simple way that you could, how is it being a sophomore student, taking BS Pharmacy?
The more I learn, sir, the more I realize that gamay pa jud kay akong na-learn. Learn ko siya ging ana. Kay pharmacy, of course, it involves compounding and manufacturing drugs, and daghan siyang i-touch nga fields jud, sir. Like of physics isa. So like ma-amaze ko like how all these fields can be applied to pharmacy. So like for me, sir, it's a nice learning process, jud, like the journey. It's hard, to be honest, but like rewarding jud siya at the end of the day. Kay murag kanang ma-enlighten ka ba and mas ma-appreciate nako ang field ngayong ani di ay siya, and it actually has great impact yun to the people, especially like being part of the profession that is one of the most easily accessible to the people, sir. So I'm just really happy to be here, sir.
That's nice. Yes, you'd like to add,
Actually, in the curriculum, it prepares us to fill the roles on the fields, because I haven't really elaborated the subjects. Like, we could be a clinical pharmacist in the hospital, a manufacturing, regulatory, sa FDA. So they're hiring actually, after
din.
pharmacists then. Then, we have to fill those roles. So imagine a student could be all that after graduating.
So many potentials.
So many potentials. So in the curriculum, we are preparing them for those roles they are about to fill.
Well, that's actually very interesting to know because especially in the Philippines, di ba, our medicine here is not only scientific, but there's a touch of so many layers in terms of, the cultural aspect, being traditional, di ba? Like say, if you're not feeling well, of course, we don't necessarily go to a pharmacy right away, but our pharmacy could be our backyard. It could be. Do you also kind of engage this or integrate this in your curriculum? Like traditional, do you have like traditional pharmacology? may ganun ba yun? Or marang mga alternative?
We have a subject for that.
Yes.
CAM.
How do you call
Yes, sir. It's called complementary and alternative medicine, sir. So in that subject, sir, we learn like treatment is not only about drugs. So we have like yoga and acupuncture, like in different fields of medicine, but like Chinese medicine, Indian medicine, Ayurveda.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting po na they let us learn all this stuff. Kay, of course, as much as possible, people, like initially think na it's
Holistic
better.
medicine.
Yeah, holistic
Yes,
medicine.
like that, sir. Like it's better to be like organic compared if like synthetically like made medicine. So it's nice po to know all about this to further connect and understand with our future patients, sir.
We also have a subject in pharmacognosy. Pharmacognosy.
Cognosy. Okay,
Yeah,
first time to
very-
hear that.
It's about those mga plants. Plants. Because preparatory for that subject is botany. Tapos proceed ka pharmacognosy. So we have to be able to memorize those plants. I think
And
you're
their
taking
properties,
and their
yeah.
properties, because in reality, the medicines that we have came from the
Plants,
plants.
di ba?
Yes, sir.
Oo.
Yeah, so, and we are just going to isolate that specific chemical that is helping us to cure our diseases.
Yes.
So we have to know them. Like they're organic compound, then they become a dosage form, for
Right.
example.
That's why it's considered, sir, that pharmacognosy is the mother of all science.
Wow. may pagano.
Yes.
It's the mother of
All
all
science.
science.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so that's very interesting to know. Now, we're just going to pause for a short break, but when we come back, let's talk about this distinction that the department recently received. You actually bagged the title as one of the top 5
Yes,
performing
top 5.
schools, of course, in the pharmacy universities offering the BS Pharmacy Program. And let's also talk about extracurricular activities, led by the Student Council at the
Yes.
Pharmacy Department. Friends, all of that and more when #Silliman returns. Please stay tuned.
Welcome to Silliman University.
Come and explore the campus by the sea here in the heart of the city. From an industrial school with 15 boys
to a university campus with more than 10,000 students, Silliman University stands today as one of the leading Christian institutions in the country.
Continuing to write stories over a century later.
So,
Why Silliman?
Because here, everyone has a place.
Because here, community ignites spirit.
Because here, we embrace academic excellence, inclusivity and diversity, justice with compassion, and a care for the environment, a total holistic development.
Because here, each one tells a story.
Kay diri sa Silliman.
Dahil dito sa Silliman,
以安呢混呢非西利曼，因为在西利曼。なぜなら西利曼では
Victory ni Silliman.
Karena di Silliman,
Because here in Silliman,
we are home. So come, start your story with us.
And you're still watching #Silliman, and we are still joined by our friends who have extraordinary gifts in reading prescriptions. I'm talking about our friends from the pharmacy department. Before I go to the questions I floated earlier before taking a break, let's talk about that, that ability to read. I'm not sure if that's shorthand ba yan, or do you have also a course for that? How do you do that?
We don't really have a course for that.
Oh.
Like we don't, our instructors before don't really tell us that, okay, if this is written like this means, no. More on being familiar now with the drugs. And we also ask questions. What is this for? To narrow our choice that, okay, this must be
So
it.
there's
to
no
be
course for that?
There's a subject, I think, the subject. Pero there's no such thing like, our instructors will teach us to how to read this prescription. We are just taught on the types like erroneous, violative, what's the other one that, impossible. Wherein there are cases that if it's identified that way, we have to report it to supposedly to the DOH. Yeah,
so why would doctors write it that way?
I don't know.
sorry mga doctors, friends that are doctors. Yeah, but
actually,
why would they write it that way? I mean, shouldn't just type
no
it
idea.
na lang? Because that could also be a source of
errors.
Erroneous dispensing of drugs.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Because I could have read it parang, okay, 2
The
times
wrong
a day,
way.
embutido, pero diba may meme nga ganun sa Facebook, like paracetamol.
It's P, tapos
yeah, I mean,
then it's a
what was
paracetamol.
the pineapple, diba? So, has that been explained to you why I think we should when we invite our med school next time. I think our staff needs to remind me that I should ask that question.
Yes, they should.
Why do we have to write it that way? But anyway, that's been discussed, though there's no formal course for that.
No, there's no. It's more on when I also asked that question to my instructor before, and she told me that it's because of being familiar now already with the medicine in the market. But yeah, however, it's a challenge for those doctors who wants to be doctors. Pero I've noticed that there are those doctors nga they are actually like printed na yung prescription.
Really,
it's nice,
being more accurate
rather
than
being more accurate.
But anyway, so let's go now to your recent news that you received. You are top 5, no, in the recent pharmacy examination. So congratulations. And what does this mean for your department?
This means pressure, of course, but it's very, we were very happy with the results given that our program is young.
Yeah.
It's actually young, still in its fourth batch, kato na take. And it means that the efforts of the then CAS Dean, si Dr. Villardon, and our program head, Ma'am Ronelyn Hinaot, was effective. Like, as early as 4th year, they start with the review. Then, after graduating, continue the review. And this gives this student more on improving their recall and gaining confidence.
Right, I think that's important.
Yeah, that's gaining confidence in taking the board exam because it now depends on the student because there's structure already that if you do this, then okay, this would result. And it's nice because we were aligned with the goal. And every year during that, I was included in the first batch.
Yeah.
First batch. So the pressure was on us that we have to do this and that. So, and I have noticed that yearly, it was increasing until such time that we have this distinction, a top 5 performing school. And I hope this continues. But it's recognized top performing kapag 50 to 100. Yes. I hope po.
Yeah. And I think so because we just have to start the momentum.
Yeah, the momentum.
And I think the healthy pressure is kind of keeping that momentum going.
Yes, the healthy pressure.
And that actually, keeps us going, diba? Yeah. It's like waves in the ocean. Diba? They actually keep us moving and going, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about extracurricular activities at the pharmacy department because sabi nila, may time pa ba ang pharmacy student? May time pa ba? Because you have, of course, your key subjects, your majors, your labs, right? So, how do you find time and what are the extracurricular activities that, your leadership is spearheading?
So, I'm the president of our org sa Pharma, and it's still my 2nd year, but during my 1st year, I was also the representative for our batch, so I had the experience already. But it's different now when you're the president. Okay, you make all the decisions. I mean, not really all, but
decision ka pala.
but you can really feel that people are looking up to you. Correct. So you have to do well. And how I manage it, like it's really difficult, sir. Like as someone na I really want to hang out with my friends and like but spend time for myself.
Love
like
life.
yeah. And and especially like juggling with my studies,
Right.
sir. Especially that the course is demanding. So like
Ayun, no, nakikinig yung mga teachers. Demanding daw kayo. Char lang.
no. So like it's really about asking for help. Kay in pharma we have this family.
Family.
Yes. So like we help each other, and as sophomores, like we can ask our seniors for help. Like they can like share their notes and their experiences. So like we have this knowledge na, so we can be more prepared for our subjects and for our teachers. And as for the org, sir, I'm really thankful for my fellow officers because they're really helpful. They have the initiative to help, and so I could really see that we all have the same goal. And having that, sir, it makes the workload like easier to handle. And it just makes me happy that I could also see that the students are happy with our like service food serba, like they can
May affirmation.
yes, parang like that. So like
Fulfilled.
oh yeah, it's really fulfilling. So I kaya lang, sir, maybe kaan lang like kapoy siya, pero like kaya
It's
nun.
fulfilling.
Yes, fulfilling.
There's a sense of fulfillment.
Yes,
kumbaga,
sir.
no? Now, when we talk about being at Silliman, it's really something that we do it holistically in all ways. We have faith, instruction, research, community extension. I'd like to go to the community extension of the pharmacy department, Ma'am Criezl. What have been your initiatives also on tapping with the community, especially that, there's really much things that you can do for the community as well?
Yeah, we have outreach program. We have planned to go to Sibulan
sa orphanage, sir, bata ng Kalabnugan.
And they requested mga vitamins,
Yes.
correct. Then aside from that, we plan to do a antimicrobial stewardship seminar in Dawin, still in the process of doing so. And still other opportunities would be we would grab the opportunity. So that's our for now.
And during our outreach pod, sir, we also try to like have these info drives for our beneficiaries, like antibiotics resistance, so like what it is, so how to avoid it. So like it's there, so connecting, like making them aware of the public health, like that. So
Public health, yeah.
So
Because
that's very important because, that's also one way of engaging your students at the grassroots level, giving them authentic experiences and how the people really are on the ground in the actual communities, no? And at the same time, you're using your knowledge, your education in helping them. So it's like learning to serve and serving to learn.
Yes.
Diba? So there's a dual layer to it. Now, how about in the research aspect? Is the department right now engaging in some research works, or at the same time the kind of support that you provide, especially in the thesis needs of our students? Because parang I would see the feed in my social media feed na parang okay, it's about memes on thesis stress, or parang hindi na kinakaya ang thesis, parang thesis hindi defended. So how do you also do this and extend support?
So in extending support, especially sa research sa mga students and their thesis, whenever they need something, we would try to extend help with whatever the permits. Then aside from that, we try to guide them towards their alignment to whatever they want, because in their research title, sometimes they would want this, but in reality, what they want is this one. So we try to guide them into that goal that they want. And so with that, especially actually, in their research, matong antimicrobial stewardship, that is in their research, and we try to help them with their initiative. Then, so it's very nice because the students are very open with new ideas.
And that's
Which
very
is-
important.
Yeah, very important. Kaya in our field, it would be nice to, or especially maybe soon they will have a distinction in research with as well.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
because I think that's one of the opportunities that you can do, you know, being able to share your research in different, let's say, conferences, or if not, publish this, diba? So that it will really scholarly contribute, right?
Yes.
Not only to Silliman, but even to the pharmacology community, no? So, with that now, I think this is also the season where our senior high school students are contemplating what course to pick, what school to choose, at the same time, what's really the profession that could give me flexibility, right? And at the same time, what could be that career that I can pursue, you know, to really get that sense of fulfillment. So please invite our senior high school students, and probably we have transferees and shifties also interested. Go ahead, Ma'am Criezl.
So I would like to invite those interested or who is interested in pharmaceutical sciences to enroll in our program, our family.
Yes.
So if it becomes when we say flexible nga course or flexible career, that's really pharmacy. After graduation, na opportunities. You could be in a community, hospital, so or you would treat it as a pre-med. So
You
very
can also
related.
become a doctor.
Become a doctor if you want to. So I have mga batchmates already pursuing in the medical field, in the course. Yeah, so I hope you would want to see us.
Are you strand specific? Do you welcome also, let's say, youth graduates, arts and design? Yeah.
So we welcome all strands. So unlike before, we only accept STEM specific because in reality they might have trouble because it's more on science. But for now, we now accept.
Wow, so it's an
It's an open enrollment. Just submit your grade 11 and grade 12. Then for assessment na siya. Then if you're
right. Do you have a Facebook page so that they can also visit you online?
you could
Maybe I can show them na lang. Ay, wala
what's
sila.
it?
Oh, but you can
The Silliman.
just
so
promote it, yeah.
you can follow our Facebook page, Silliman University Junior Philippine Pharmacists Association.
Yeah.
So that's our Facebook page.
Right, so all their activities are there.
Yes.
Yeah. How about you, Axel? How would you convince, or if not convince, probably share your experience at being a pharmacy student?
Okay, so I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. So it's really fulfilling. So if you're looking for a course that really extend its help to the people, especially those in marginalized areas, so pharmacy could be that profession. It could be your way to become that person that really that makes healthcare accessible and available to everyone. So. Yes.
Find your family at the pharmacy department.
Yeah.
Right. Do you have an entrance examination? Wala naman.
No, we don't.
For you to be admitted?
No,
Wala.
we don't have any entrance
Ayan.
examination.
So you just have to visit, of course, our website also. That's www.sa.edu.ph. All the contact information are there. And of course, visit their Facebook page.
So if you are that type of person, because I remembered my classmate, he wanted a program that he can talk. He wants to talk at the same time. If ever there's also a time nga he can be alone.
Ah, okay.
In pharmacy, you can do that. If you have the personality to talk, to engage in patients, then go to community pharmacy. still a pharmacist.
Yes.
If you want to get along with, you're not that type, you're kind of introvert, let's just say, you could become a hospital pharmacist. You could be you could just be there like on dispensing, preparing the medications. Or in the laboratory, so
It's also flexible
very
in terms of
flexible.
personality.
Yeah, personality, it will adapt.
Yeah, that's nice.
So yeah, I remembered my classmate upon choosing the course.
Ayan, so if you have that made up your mind, please consider our pharmacy program, of course, here in Silliman University. Dagan kayong salamat.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am Criezl
Yeah.
and Excel, di ba? You two rhyme together. Excel and Criezl. And of course, friends, thank you also for joining us tonight via Channel 6 Field Products on our YouTube channel and of course on our Facebook page. Until next week, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and stay blessed. To God be the glory. Hi there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and continue supporting our Facebook page. That's #Silliman. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on your favorite episodes. And of course, our YouTube channel, please visit it. It's still called #Silliman. Don't forget to click the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts. See you there. And of course, we are airing every Monday night. That's 8 p.m. on Channel 6 Field Products Dumaguete. Replays are aired every Tuesday before the noontime news and Saturday after the noontime news. On behalf of Ronelyn, Paez, Vailoces-No, this is Joshua Soldivillo. Kita kits next week on Here on
#Silliman.